our union hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. They are always prosecuting us, always going to Fair Work, and always bobbing us in and saying, these people are going on our site trying to enforce health and safety, and we're getting fined hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they have a rort going on at the Bendigo Hospital. What are they getting fined? Is anyone prosecuting them? And you know what happens in the end? They can bag the CFMEU and the construction unions however much they like. They can call us every name under the sun, they can do whatever they like. But you know what happens in the end? When people are ripped off, they're not getting paid, they stand to lose their houses, where does everyone end up? Who do they all come to in the end to help them out? And who's the only organisation that can help them out? It's the CFMEU. And we're the only ones that follow through and get them everything they're entitled to. Not Fair Work Building Inspectorate, not Michaelia, the Employment Minister, or Malcolm Turnbull. They were catching up with bogus Lend Lease Management at Barangaroo site in Sydney yesterday, right next to the site, having a cup of coffee. I bet you they weren't talking about how they're going to get all these workers paid. God knows what they were talking about. Lend Lease are a corrupt company. They have corrupt practices. They have used Monjon security, a mob that pays people $15 an hour, $20 an hour. That's who they use on their jobs. They are absolute rorters. What was the deal with Asset Interiors and senior management of Bovis? Lend Lease. What was the deal? We know there's a dirty deal going on and we will uncover it. But at the moment we have workers that have not been paid for 9 weeks. What an absolute disgrace in this day and age, and all they do is just keep attacking the CFMEU. So these are workers that are vulnerable. They are vulnerable workers. They've got nowhere else to go except the union, and we're the only ones that are helping. You don't see Fair Work Building Inspectorate here investigating that. You don't see Nigel Hatchkiss, the bloke on $500,000 a year, goes around and slags the unions all around the country. You don't see him standing here and saying, I'll help them get their money. They've got nowhere to go but the CFMEU, and in the end, we're the only ones that help workers, and that's what our job is. The construction unions will always be there. We'll always help exploited workers get their money. There was 28 other people that worked on that site. No one knows where they are. No one knows who they were. Our understanding is they were illegal immigrants working with non-valid visas. I mean, this is a government job. A government job with Bovis. Company got fined $56 million by the FBI in America at the 9/11 memorial for ripping everyone off. I mean, what are they doing? Rorting the system, rorting the visa system. This is the sort of stuff they do. So for all these big green skins, they get up there, they get up in Parliament, they bag everyone, they bag the unions and say we're no good, and this is what Lend Lease are doing. This is the company Lend Lease that have won a number of government jobs in Victoria at the moment. This is the sort of stuff they get up to. It's totally unacceptable. It's slave labour in the modern age, and I mean, these are vulnerable workers that have been exploited. They were warned about this, they disregarded everything, and they still kept going when they knew that people were going to be left high and dry. So what an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, shame!